Yeah, U3, live from the underground.
Yo, it's your girl DJ Baby Blue Diamond, and you tune in to U3 Underground Unsigned and Unknown. And we have a very special guest in the building, first timer on U3, Lil Vision. I've been trying to get him on the show for a minute, so I'm happy that it finally happened.
Vision?
Uh,
Yo, it's been a minute. It's definitely been a while. I'll tell you, I want to say it's about maybe 3.5 years ago. When you first talked to me about doing a show, doing this little interview, I was getting up on the scene and things were really going well. I was
yeah,
actually making moves, doing things myself, my way. And as a blind artist, everything's a bitch. Like Siri plus voiceover plus normal technical issues. I figured out CDJs pretty quick and just try to figure out old school stuff that I can use blind friendly ways to figure out my ways to record. And at that time, I was actually doing my own sets. I had my wifey at the time helping me kind of finalize a few things. And my daughter, fourth day of kindergarten, to everybody who thinks I ghosted them, she was basically dealing with a bully situation. Fourth day of kindergarten, got multiple concussions, seizures, and amnesia. So she went from knowing words like tonsillectomy to not knowing who mom was. So my whole music career stopped. Never even thought about picking up a mic again because my whole world went to her. And she was the one who was actually like, come on, let's do it again. She got her memory back to the point where she remembered doing it with me. And I went from pretty much being broken homeless with my wifey, living out of a 98 Ford Taurus with a 380 Taurus for insurance because we just couldn't afford it, like Gamecast, to making me say the sake that I'm gonna have to make this fucking thing blast because I ain't playing games. But these fools would say so much bullshit because when you live out of a car, you just look like a target to so many messed up people. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
It was crazy to know she was ride or die with me through all that. We made it, and I was actually getting to recording, getting to do live shows, and starting to make some money. And like, hey, this could be something. And then my everything, it just flipped. And then she starts recovering to the point where, as a blind father, I still became her soccer coach. So you can imagine taking care of one and then half a dozen other little kids. And I had them all in line, still winning. Not just winning, my daughter was scoring goals from half field. I got her taking orders and ready, go, spread eagle, ready, wolf sharks, boom. And I mean, it was just so amazing. I was so focused on just her and her recovery that when she was like, yeah, let's get back into the studio. Like, do you want to get back in the studio? Now she's getting into the studio. And we were doing so well, I started doing shows again, started recording again, started getting processing going. And I opened Perspective J Records.
do you do you ever write about what you've been through in your music? Are we going to get to hear that a little bit, or do you just?
I was literally working on a song called MPS. It's
Mhm.
called Mentally, Physically, Spiritually. And the whole concept is me talking about how over the years, my vision has become nothing.
Yeah,
Nothing's what I see, and nothing's the problem for me because I still perceive I've got the ability to see the light in my life. I've got the ability to see beyond the strife. I've got the ability to see my daughter on a daily basis, even though I'm still faced with so many things that continue to break me and say that ain't a way. I still just seem to say it'll be all right because I pray, but Lord ain't seeming to say it's fucking thing. But honestly, it's more about how I break down and I build up mentally, physically, spiritually, and build up from every point. Like I was working on this song, talking about all the trials and tribulations from just being bullied as a kid for being blind to, yo, I made it from happy homes to homelessness to happy homes to homelessness to happy homes with renovations, infestations, home invasions, burglaries, and robberies. And then my daughter's multiple concussion, seizures, and amnesia. Then to recover from all that, to still just be like a blind soccer coach. To me, that was just, oh, I'm gonna be the coach. Of course, I'm
yeah,
gonna be the coach. And they're like, how are you gonna be the coach? You can't even see the ball, let alone the kids. And I'm out there with my cane teaching them drills. And literally I'm working on NPS, and that night everything was going great. And the next morning, and remember, I'm like the only blind DJ my wife's ever met and ever
Yeah.
known. So I'm telling her, baby, we got this song, and I got this other song called Dope Sick. I'm done in like 9 different ways, and I've got this other thing where it's my whole mantra to, if you telling me something, I got a real thing about trust.
Yeah.
Like if I put a $5 bill and you tell me it's a 1, I don't ever want you around me again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I keep my day ones around me. I keep the real people I can trust, because if I can't trust you with simple stuff like that, it's a short circle on the keep. So basically, I wake up and I'm, babe, the roof's on fire, because I've been doing music. You think from 11:30, 12:30, about 1:30, we finally went to bed.
Yeah.
And I'm waking her up at like 5:30 saying, babe, the roof's on fire. Because I wake up, my dogs are going off, and I smell burning insulation. And I'm like, dang, Hickory, that mesquite, like, I'm blind, but I barbecue.
Yeah.
I feel pieces, and I've got a song where I talk about being blind in the backyard with a chainsaw, still getting the work done, because I'm the one who's gonna get it done. Because if not, well, then it's not gonna get done, because that's how we met. You know what I'm saying? It's all about being the man in my life, man, being the man in my wife's life, being the man for my daughter. Because regardless of being blind, I still got those roles to fulfill. Like,
let's go back to the beginning of your music. I didn't mean to cut you off. Let's go back to
no, you're good. I just wanted to talk about NPS real quick. Like that night before actually recording that, everything was going great. I woke her up saying, babe, the roof's on fire. She didn't believe me because she thought I was talking about the music.
Yeah.
And actually the roof was on fire.
Oh, wow.
So the first time in my life, the roof was really on fire.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, baby, it's on fire. She's like, no, it's not. Yes, it is. No, it's not. Yes, it is. She's fighting me. Like, we having an argument in the middle of the house fire.
Wow.
And she's like, no, it ain't. Well, maybe it's not. I put my hands up. I get a little burn. You can see in my hand right now. It was something where I was like, all right. I get a little flash. She's like, oh, it's really on fire.
Yeah.
The next day, my homie comes back, who was helping me record, and was like, yo, you see that chair? You see it's all burned up? That's how you know your ass is hot. And I was like, I didn't think I'd be able to laugh at that moment, but it brought me back to NPS. Like, it brought a new wave to, you know what? Come on, we're going to go to the hotel. We're going to set up the mic, and we're going to keep recording. Like, music goes on. Life goes on.
Let's talk about the beginning of your music career. What made you want to get into music?
Honestly, I had so many people telling me, you need to. And it used to just be mama jokes and party rap.
Yeah.
I got so many blind jokes that if you got a good one, please, I want to hear it. I ain't gonna get up in the feelings. If you got a blind joke I ain't heard yet, I want to hear it, please. Because I got more mama jokes than you got blind jokes. So let's go. Don't get emotional now. Everybody gonna be, oh, he talk about mamas. Some people can't handle a mama joke.
Now, do you ever get confused? Do you ever get compared to Blind Fury?
All the time.
How do you feel about that?
I take it as a compliment. I'm like, are you sure? Homeboy's got bars. He's got skills. And just because I'm blind too doesn't mean I'm like him. But people from Austin actually know another blind dude named 12C. He's actually a buddy of mine who I battled and beat. And I was getting into that whole battle rap scene for a good while.
Well, now why'd you stop doing battle rap? And can you ever see yourself getting back into it?
I've looked at getting back into it. Like I said, my wife came back and she told me she was late, and I'm like, for work? She's like, no. So I kind of went to being a father figure. We lived out of a 98 Ford Taurus for a good while, and basically kind of couch hopped and hustled. And I sold everything from shades to microwaves just for a little while until I got onto hustling bigger things, where I was actually able to go out into Austin streets and 54 streets, and I did something called $5 freestyles. And basically people would see me on 6th Street to 54th Street, and they're like, yo, you're Blind Joe, you're Lil Vision, you're that blind guy from South by Southwest, you're the guy who did this, yo, can I get a freestyle? And I'm like, yo, I'm broke, here's the situation, I ain't ate in a good minute, and I'm home. yo, we passing Subway. You know what? Hey, $5 freestyles. Give me a couple of my daughter and my mother. I ain't never stop as a bitch because I gotta keep on going, never knowing exactly where I'm going, but I gotta keep on throwing cause I'm better when again while I keep on going in. So understand I need some more that money in my hand. Thanks, man. Give me another topic and I just keep going. I was rapping about
Do you ever consider yourself a triple threat because you rap, you freestyle, and you battle, and you can come with the wittiness, you know, and you quick on your feet with it. And a lot of artists, you know, who doesn't have vision impaired, normal artists, you know, they can't even come up with that, with what you can come up with.
I actually thought my handicap was more of just that, a handicap where I had to have buddies tell me of like, you know what, I wish I could freestyle. I wish I could do that. They're over there with a pen and a pad. I'm like, man, I wish I could see what the hell you writing. Same shit, and it's the same to me.
Yeah.
Like, yo, their writtens are so much better than my freestyles, and they're saying, nah, it's vice versa.
So, yeah, I agree. You got the freestyle on lock. Now, I don't know if you follow any of the battle rappers out here in San Antonio, but anybody, if you were to get back into the game, anybody you want to battle against? Anybody you want to call out if you could?
I've been out of the loop for so long. I've been in Papa mode.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? Like since my daughter's situation, you know what I'm saying? I went from battle rap to I am soccer coach.
But if you ever decide to get back in, you know, I would support you. I would come out. I love watching battle rap, so I will come and support you and stuff. Definitely. I know how it is. It can be intense because I did one myself. I would never do it again. So I leave it up to the professionals like you. Y'all got this. Y'all got this.
I mean, I got to the point where, you know, some people take it a little too seriously, and I'd always have to like bust my cane into nunchucks and remind them I like the cage fight. So I don't see a reason why we can't just go to knuckles if you don't like any more mama jokes.
Yeah.
Like, and that was kind of one thing I would bring in a lot of battles is, all right, I don't need to see you to beat you. I don't need to see you to split you. I can still whistle, hit you, and hit you. Like, it'll go one way or another. Like, you'll be surprised at how a blind man's got the 9 and you can't aim beyond the point of comprehension. But the fact is, I'm still hitting them with shots 80, 90 yards out and still leaving them dimples in their cheeks, wondering how in the world they could still speak for weeks. Like, they'll see me at a shooting range, which is something I used to love to do. Just go to the shooting range and they're like, he got the cane and he's hitting my buddies are sitting there, they hit the target and I hit where they hit. And it wouldn't take long before somebody throws down $20 in a bet of, nah, let's go.
Wow.
Let's go. Now, I crack some mock jokes, do a little freestyling, and you know what I'm saying? So I between doing that as well as selling, I used to sell Vision shades, which were basically Dollar Tree, Ghetto Tree, bulk shades. Wifey would help me do some little designs and I'll sell those. And like I said, we were selling just everything from shades and microwaves, buying stuff in bulk and everything to get from that 98 Ford Taurus to wifey and I right now got a nice new truck in the driveway.
Nice, congratulations. I like that. You. I like to hear
I taught her how to drive. If you can believe that, I taught her how to drive a Celica, Ford Taurus, PT Cruiser, and taught her how to parallel park with a cane out the window. And everybody's like, ain't no way you gonna do that. There's no way it's possible. You've been smoking way too much Endo. And I'm like, no, watch, bitch. You gonna see that. I'm not gonna see it. I still got the cane out the window. That bitch tell me it look good because I ain't see how well it looks, but I feel the curb right there. And I can feel your jealousy. And I can feel but people hate it when they get outdone by a blind man. Like you lose video game to a blind man, you start rethinking your life. It's like, wait a minute, how much time have I spent on this game? But yet you still put me to shame. My whole concept when it came to doing music was just for fun. And then it became a defensive mechanism. So when it came to battle rapping, I just fit. And a buddy of mine that really got me into it, Quan's right here with me. He back in the day was one of those that, hey, we could go back for hours just making fun of each other. And he's got tough skin, I got tough skin, so we ain't take it seriously. Yeah. We can have fun doing it. All right, cool. As long as we ain't got to fight, all right, we want to fight. All right, we have fun. We all did karate. We all watch karate movies. Y'all heard the sound effects. Let's see if we can make them in real life. And bam, nah. Oh, wait, who drop kick who in the face? And they find out my ass is really blind and they're like, wait a minute. how is he blind and he's fighting? He's blind and he's doing this. And where there's a will, there's a way. So
Now, the rest of 2020, beginning of 2021, what can we expect from you? Are you working on an album, an EP? I know you said you want to try to get some virtual show going on. That would be super dope. What else can we expect from you?
basically, I'm going over everything I lost in a house fire. I had about 28 songs that were up and ready to go. And I had just opened up Perspective J Records. I was getting my paperwork in order. I was going to be Mr. Head Boss, got all these ducks in a row. And like I said, tragedy after tragedy,
Yeah.
just a couple tribulations that just hiccup and hurdles. So I've got pretty much a list of stuff in the chamber that we got the mic set up, we got some new equipment, got a new place, got our feet back underneath us, and I'm recording one after another. This next year, I'm looking at something called H2O, and basically is a concept of hydrogen, and then it's going to be a secondary version, and then you got your oxygen, and then it's a whole concept of how my world flows.
Yeah.
I talk about my experiences in life, everything from just boom bap to some R&B, where I talk about actually how I met my wifey, how I instead
Ooh,
of giving her a
love
ring,
story.
instead of giving her a ring, I gave her a crystal similar to like what a penguin would do. But I received that quartzite crystal when I was about 5 years old at the Grand Canyon, and I had a vision.
Yeah.
And these visions and my concepts and my ideas that have prospered from these visions have all basically perpetuated my music. And that's the quadruple entendre with Lil Visions is I
Yeah.
only have a little vision, but I still have little visions that seem to be bigger than anyone's eyesight as they find. I saw basically a silhouette of an individual holding a watch and a rusted ring. And I knew then that anything man-made would continue to rust and wouldn't survive the
Yeah.
time of that love and that thing. And my whole concept was I was going to hold that crystal and give it to the crystal as a gift from cliff to cliff, because I saw myself moving from cliff to cliff in these visions as a kid. And it was something that I then didn't know, and I just kind of took as a joke, because that was weird.
Yeah.
5, 10, 15 years later, and it was kind of spoken to fruition. So a lot of my music focuses on my views on the world, my anger from the world. I'm a very angry SOB, but I can also be quite happy. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm the soccer coach for the kids. I teach a lot of young kids how to, yes sir, no sir, respect the elders. If you want to swing on somebody, come swing on me. And I've been like that father figure in the neighborhood where, hey, they're knocking on the door. Excuse me, grandma needs help. Yeah, they say go get Mr. Joe. What's happening? He used profanity at grandma. Like I don't know how my life twisted around so quickly to where I became, from just a party scene to living my life.
Yeah.
It would just go so fast. So I've got a lot of music coming out this next year that's going to reflect all my trials and tribulations and basically explain who I am and how I am. And people don't know I exist. And for a long time, I didn't see the impact I made on others. So now I see with my vision, the new little visions of prosperity amongst the decay. That if I can find a way to step on a flashlight after my house is burned down, Austin Riley State Farm says they ain't gonna cover it, and I'm spazzing, my eyes bleeding because I'm stressing so bad. If in my worst point I can still find a way to step on a flashlight and find the light. Can't see it, but I can still fucking find it.
Yeah.
That'll be a way. So
Well, I want to say thank you, Little Vision, for being on U3. It's a pleasure to have you. I can't wait to hear your new music that you have coming out. I can't wait for you to tell the world your story. I can't wait for them to see this interview so they can hear your story and what you've been through and how you overcame a lot.
Thank
You
you.
know, not
Thank you.
just in the music industry, but in your personal life too.
It's been a long time coming. I've had a lot of things just kind of put on pause and a lot of hurdles in the way, but obviously we're going to keep running and we'll keep moving. Thank you for having me on.
Of course, you know, always support dope artists. I met you at Epic, you know, performing. So
that was Demolo. That was still some of my party hard rap, just talking about fighting, talking about what are you gonna do when I step to you? Just that Demolo, Demolo, tell me right now. Man, got me feel old.
Well, I appreciate you and your music. Keep going. Keep, you know, don't give up. And maybe we can link up and try to get this virtual show happening.
Oh,
That's
definitely.
kind of dope.
I don't see any reason why it's got to stop.
Exactly. I'll keep in touch with you and Q. I guess that's his name. The other guy that hit me up. I'll keep in touch with both of you too. So
my main home, Juan Farrell's and TE Technical Exhibits. You'll see, y'all see and hear Instagram and all that. I finally got an Instagram, Lil Vision 90, I think is what it is.
Yes, so, little, I think _vision, a little .vision 90. I'll have the link in the bio, in the description for his Instagram, so you can go check him out. He hasn't posted nothing yet because, like you said, it's very new, but he will be posting some stuff soon, maybe some snippets of music.
Waiting. We're gonna get a lot of stuff posting up real quick, so be ready. Like I said, TE, Juan Farrell's, Fame Music, Perspective J Records, Deformed Artistry, 2020, 2021. We'll be taking over. We're gonna be making a lot of moves. So watch out and see what I don't see. Enjoy.
And this you go, DJ Baby Blue Diamond, and we are signing out.
After everything I've learned, when you have no idea where in the world you're at, and you have no idea where in the world you're going, you just gotta continue on, keep your head up, just keep roaming.
Step down from the curbside, find yourself a new life. Bitch, we going all night, underneath the night sky. Step down from the curbside, find yourself a new life. Bitch, we going all night, me my niggas too high. We